It's time for high school sports on the NCW Life Channel. Today's broadcast of high school sports on the NCW Life Channel is presented by Harvest Valley Pest Control, Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning, Global Car Care, Les Schwab Tires, Biosports Physical Therapy, Impact Auto Sales, the Highlander Golf Course and Grill, Town Toyota, Automoca, JDSA Law, and Weinstein Beverage. Now let's go live for all the action of tonight's coverage of high school sports on your home for local sports, the NCW Life Channel.
Wrestling fans, and welcome to Wenatchee High School. Eric Granstrom with you, and we brought him out of the brush in Western Washington. Dad's here, and well, a longtime coach and official in Western Washington, Cedar Woolley. We've got Eastmont, we got Wenatchee tonight, we got girls, we've got boys. And Dad, being an old coach and you're facing your rival, the wrestling room gets a little different that week in practice, doesn't it?
It certainly does. It certainly does. The intensity is manifold throughout the week.
And it's a battle for third place. We've got two teams that are coming in, 3-2 for the boys, both Eastmont and Wenatchee, and for the girls, 3-1 on the season. And that adds a little bragging right to it as well.
Well, of course, it's the crosstown rivalry business. It's just like Cedar Woolley and Burlington.
Well, you've got your own fan club, by the way. We had a bunch of people that when you were on a couple of years ago, they said, when are you going to have your dad back on? Well, he's back, gang. So we'll talk more about this match coming up at senior night for the Wenatchee Panthers. And also when it comes to those seniors that especially have been in the program for 4 years, that means a lot to a coach, doesn't it?
Yes, it really does. And the kids have done themselves proud by being in the program for 4 years. By the way, I made weight. So.
Hey, so did I. By God, here we go. We'll talk with the coaches coming up next as we continue with the pregame here from Wenatchee High School. Big Nine Wrestling. It's Eastmont. It's Wenatchee coming up on the NCW Life Channel.
Hi, I'm Ricardo, and this is Amanda, and we are from Impact Auto Sales,
where you can expect a hassle-free car buying experience. With our wide selection of used cars, trucks, and SUVs, let one of our friendly sales staff help you find the vehicle that fits your lifestyle. We have financing available for all credit types and great low rates for first-time buyers. Call us today at 888-8000 or stop by 3522 State Highway 97A in Wenatchee. Impact Auto Sales, where we strive to make an impact on your life and not your wallet.
Our pre-match show continues here on the NCW Live Channel. Now talking with Eastmont head coach Jason Erdman. Our discussion with the coach brought to you by TC Slingers. They'll place the material for you and they'll remove the snow for you. We're not done with the snow yet. Well, Jason, we saw you guys a week ago on senior night. It's Wenatchee senior night here tonight. A little shake-up in your lineup for this match tonight. Tell us more about that.
Yeah, you know, we've had a few injuries and a couple things happened. So we've got Adrian Vivanco, he's out with an injury tonight, and then we have Damian Vivanco, he's out with an injury as well. So it's kind of a mishap, so it's a little bummer that they're not going to get to wrestle tonight, their last match. But we've had a couple kids, so our 120-pounder, he's out. And then Nathan Chang, one of our kids who's ranked 8th in state, last week in Prosser, he dislocated his elbow. So we've got 3 of our best kids out tonight with injuries. So, yeah, so we've had some mishaps this last week, and so three of those kids are out in our lineup, so we're trying to make some adjustments. And so we've got some young kids, you know, that are going to get a chance to come out and wrestle varsity for their first time tonight, and so hopefully they'll step up and have a chance to prove themselves tonight.
The Vivancos, are they going to be able to be back for postseason, you think?
Yeah, Adrian will be back next week. He's fine. He just, you know, he needed to take some time off, and he'll be fine for districts, and so he needed to rest up. Damien will be back. He's been nursing an ankle that he's been having a problem with, and so he'll be fine hopefully for districts. And then our 120-pounder, he just missed weight, so he was off by 2. Yeah, you know, and so he'll be fine. And then, but Nathan won't be back. He's out for 6 weeks, and so. But luckily, it's one of those ones that's clean where there's no fragments or stuff like that. So, and he's only a sophomore, and you know he's a tough kid, and you know. We were hoping he'd place in state this year, but he'll be back. He's got 2 more years, so we're excited about him, and hopefully he'll be back and be able to do track. So great kid, and just unfortunate situation. And so it looks like he'll be able to rehab and have a clean comeback. So.
Well, as I always say, keep everybody else healthy tonight. Have some fun under the lights. I know it's a lot of fun when these two teams get together.
Yeah, hopefully it'll still be close. I mean, we're just going to try to keep it close and have a good match tonight, so it should be good.
Jason Ehrman joining us here on the pregame show. We'll come back and talk with Ed Valdez, the head coach for Wenatchee, coming up next on the NCW Life Channel.
At Town Toyota, we believe in our community, and we're proud to support this broadcast of local sports. Town Toyota defines reliability and value in both its products and in the dealership itself. We are home to legendary products like the RAV4, Highlander, and Camry, not to mention Tundras and Tacoma trucks. Of course, we offer service for everything we sell and a great selection of pre-owned and certified vehicles as well. So enjoy the game and visit Town Toyota for all your automotive needs.
Our pre-match continues here on the NCW Live Channel. Now talking with Ed Valdez, the head coach for the Wenatchee Panthers. And our talk with Coach brought to you by TC Slingers. They do snow removal too, so don't forget, we're not out of the winter season yet. Be sure and give TC Slingers a call. Well, Coach, senior night first of all. You've got, 7 seniors that you're going to recognize here tonight?
Absolutely. There's 7 kids that, they once they leave the program, it's always kind of an emotional thing. You get them for 4 years and then they go away, so it's a nice tribute to them, and it's, their last night to wrestle.
Well, I was talking to my dad here on our pregame about having those seniors that stick with the program for 4 years. It's like when they're a senior, it's like having another coach out there.
Yeah, they're really helpful. By the time they're seniors, they're usually, at the top of their game, and they're helpful in the room with other kids, and they're able to teach the techniques to the younger kids. That's absolutely true.
Well, you've got your understudy here with the other staff here tonight, but they've got some injuries coming into tonight. Might be a chance for you guys to take advantage.
I feel bad for their injuries that they have, but we also have 2 seniors out of the lineup tonight with injuries. One of them may be cleared next week, may not be cleared. So we got the district coming up, and I just don't know if Jason Briley is going to be able to wrestle. He seems to be fine, but he still has to be cleared by a doctor. So we're waiting on that, and then we're ending a concussion protocol on Alan Swan. So there's 2 seniors out of the lineup. So we're not all that healthy either.
Well, it's a long grind through the season. Here we're coming up on districts in just a little more than a week from now. So you hope to get those guys back for the postseason.
Absolutely. I saw last week, and I'd feel for that young man.
Absolutely. Well, Coach, as we say, keep everybody healthy. We have fun under the lights anytime these 2 teams meet, and we'll talk to you afterwards.
Yes, thank you. Enjoy it.
Ed Valdez joining us here on the pregame show. We will come back and get you the face-off, get you the lineup, and a little bit of senior night, too, coming up here from Wenatchee High School. It's Big 9 Wrestling next on the NCW Live Channel.
Hi there. It's Les Schwab Tires. Well, more like Les Schwab alignment and brakes and shocks and wheels and tires. Now, some tire places don't offer all that. They only sell tires. And we're not sure how they sleep at night, because all those services affect things like steering and stopping. That's why we offer more than tires to help keep you safe. Stop by or book an appointment at leschwab.com. Les Schwab Tires, doing the right thing since 1952.
He's done. Looks like we got one more match.
These were big. Now this is bigger.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So that's the 220. This is 285.
Yeah.
Super heavy.
And concrete, they call them the big uns.
The big. Okay, Malcolm, I can't hear you. There we go. Just waiting for you to count me in. Oh! No, no, I didn't hear you. Sorry about that. Hey, gang, we're here back at Wenatchee High School as the JVs are just wrapping up. I think we're on our final match of the junior varsity match here tonight. And then we'll make our way to senior night and celebrate the 7 seniors for Wenatchee High School. Unfortunately, as we heard from Coach Ed Valdez, 3 of which are not able to wrestle tonight, so that's a bummer for them and a bummer, I'm sure, for the coaching staff as well. For the match tonight, a reminder that the Big 9 season winding down, and this is basically a battle for 3rd place here tonight on both the girls, well, the boys' side. The girls are battling for 2nd. As far as the girls are concerned, Eastmont and Wenatchee both with 3-1 records in their dual meet season. Sunnyside at 5-0. They have won the regular season championship. The last Big 9 match for both the Wenatchee and Eastmont girls happening here tonight. And we will get 4 contested matches on the girls' mat here tonight. Is that how many I counted there, Dad?
Yeah, 4.
Okay, so 4 matches will be contested when we get to the girls' match. And in the boys' match, we only have 1 forfeit on the night. So we're going to have some good wrestling coming your way here on the NCW Life Channel. As far as the boys' standings are concerned, Sunnyside yet again a district champion in the Big 9. Moses Lake second at 5-1. Wenatchee and Eastmont both coming in at 3-2. So that's your battle for 3rd and 4th place happening here tonight in front of us. And they'll pretty soon be turning the lights out when we get ready for senior night and get ready for the face-off here and wrestle under the light. That's always fun. Eastmont on the season. In fact, it's interesting. Wenatchee and Eastmont, their losses have come to the same 2 teams, both falling to Moses Lake and Sunnyside, and that's kind of how it stacks up in the Big 9. Chiawana is the top-ranked 4A school in wrestling. Tahoma's 2nd. Sunnyside is 3rd. Moses Lake ranked 8th according to the Washington Wrestling Report rankings. Now, interestingly, we look at the individual rankings, and Nathan Chang is ranked 8th in the state at 126 pounds. He's out for the season with a dislocated elbow. Adrian Vivanco is out tonight. He's ranked 3rd in the state at 145 pounds. We will see Leo Gutzweiler tonight at 152 pounds. Leo ranked 9th in the state. Max Prazer also will wrestle tonight for Eastmont. He's ranked 10th at 220 pounds. Lucas Carranza will wrestle tonight, but he will not face Max Prazer. He will face Jason Smith. That one should be a good one. A couple of seniors at 220 pounds. Carranza ranked 11th at 220 according to the Washington Wrestling Report. We have a couple of ranked wrestlers for Wenatchee we'll see tonight. In fact, Kelsey Ibarra, ranked 8th at 105 pounds, will wrestle twice tonight. She's going to wrestle a girls match, and then she'll come back and wrestle on the boys mat as well. So Kelsey Ibarra, one of the top female wrestlers in the state, and also Bella Andrini is ranked 5th at 135 pounds, and we will see her wrestle tonight against Shelby Tuggle. But we are a little ahead of ourselves as we have the JV matches wrapping up here on the mat right now. Our broadcast tonight on the NCW Life Channel brought to you in part by Automoca. Visit one of their 6 locations in the valley, including the only Automoca with inside seating on 5th Street across from the college. What's your Automoca emergency? Also by Biosports Physical Therapy. Find them online at biosports.net. Open Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Let me bring in my dad, Dave Granstrom, longtime coach and official. And Dad, you get a good chance to see the JVs, and that kind of gives you an indication somewhat of what teams like to do, what their proclivity is. So what are you picking up from Eastmont and Wenatchee here so far?
Neither team is very aggressive on their feet, at the get-go. And when given a choice in the 2nd and 3rd round, nobody takes both men up, that's for sure. And they work on counters mostly, instead of being very aggressive on their feet. And so it'll be interesting to see how the varsities are by comparison. And you're right about the proclivity because it depends on the approach and turnout. So
yeah, absolutely. So we got a pin in our super heavyweight match here as that was kind of a back and forth match, but the Eastmont kid coming out on top here with a pin in the 2nd round. So that, I believe, as I look over towards each benches, will wrap up our junior varsity match. We might have one more coming our way. I see, yep, we've got one more coming our way as well. So that'll give us a chance to thank some of our sponsors here and send you back to a commercial break. We'll take a 2-minute break and come back and describe the action here for the JV match. So I think one left to go, and then we'll be ready for senior night here on the NCW Life Channel. Again, Dad and I were kind of joking on the way here that, you know, they say the start time for a match is 7 or 7:30 on the schedule, but those are suggested times. And that is definitely the case here as well tonight. So we'll take a break, 2 minutes, and come back. You're watching Big Nine Wrestling tonight here on the NCW Life Channel.
Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning has been proudly serving the Wenatchee Valley for over 35 years. And just as Dick's has been there for you, they have also been an essential part of our community, supporting local youth sports all year long and your Wenatchee Wild.
Thanks for your support. Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning for all your support. Thank you.
Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning, your local, independent, trained comfort specialist. Call 884-6444 today.
What's your Automocha emergency?
It's a Frapita mocha with whip.
The espresso shakes are my most favorite because I can get any flavor. Peanut butter chocolate Frapita.
Definitely the espresso shakes.
My favorite is the mocha Frapitas.
A peach Red Bull.
At Harvest Valley Pest Control, we know you are committed to making your home and business a healthy and pest-free place. Hi, I'm David. Give us a call and we'll give you a firm price over the phone and schedule a time that works for you. We will do an in-depth 30-point healthy home or business inspection and craft a customized plan of action designed specifically for your pest issue. Give us a call or visit our website today.
We're back just in time to see a Wenatchee pin in the junior varsity match, which again, I've said that's our last match, but no, I see another youngster that's coming towards the scorer's table. So we'll have one, maybe two more before we get to the varsity activities here tonight, along with my dad, Dave Granstrom. I'm Eric Granstrom on the NCW Life Channel. Our broadcast brought to you by Confluence Health, dedicated to improve their patients' health with safe, high-quality care in 12 communities throughout north central Washington. It's kind of fun. We were approached here just before we went on the air by a gentleman identifying himself as Randy Smith, a former wrestler at Oregon State.
Yes.
Who said, hey, if your dad can't show up, then I'll be glad to be your color commentator. It's always nice to have somebody.
Darn right. 1966 till 1977. So.
And I was talking with my dad before on the drive here about some of the conversations going on about officiating. Our official out here, by the way, is doing all the matches here tonight.
Right.
Which that's arduous to be doing all the JV matches. Well, and you didn't, back in your day, you didn't have the girls out there wrestling, but that's a lot of matches for one night for a guy to do by himself.
Right. And back then, of course, we did JVs and varsity. But at the very most, that was 24 matches, you know, and now, good heavens. And then he informed us that he did 5 dual meets in a row last week.
Oh, man. And he said he's officiated Moses Lake a couple of times this season so far. And really, the lineup for Moses Lake, he's second in the Big Nine right now and probably going to do some things here in the postseason. But Moses Lake, very young club this year. Sunnyside, of course, is back again, dominant in the Big Nine and expected to be one of those top teams in the state. And the whole approach to wrestling, Dad, is changed a lot over the years. We kind of talked about this when you were with me a couple of years ago. But it's all about tournaments and not so much about your dual meet season anymore.
In most of the leagues, that's very true. some of the leagues still really put a lot of notice on the dual meets, because of long-time rivalries like we have here tonight.
Right.
And on my side of the hill, Cedar Woolley and Burlington, that's been a head-to-head competition since time began in this state. And in fact, the founders of wrestling in the state were the two men that started at Cedar Woolley and Burlington.
So Bo Campbell and Spud Wally was part of the crew there that really got things going here as far as the wrestling in the state of Washington is concerned.
Right.
And when you started officiating, in fact, Spud, there wasn't a lot of officials because they're just, who knew about wrestling at that point?
Yeah, exactly. When I started coaching, I was coaching at the junior high. In those days, it was a junior high, not a middle school. It was 7th, 8th, and 9th. And Spud had just taken over at the high school. And so he absolutely insisted that I immediately join the Referees Association and start refereeing because, you see, strangely enough, a lot of times I refereed the match that he would be facing the following week.
A little scouting, perhaps.
Yeah, and about all you could do, of course, is once, like we started our discussion, is talk about proclivity that that teams have, and if they all want to go head and arm, for example, well then you, of course, practice your defenses. So.
And there's a pin on our match here. They have it on the board at 170 pounds. I think that's probably about right.
That could be, yeah. That could be.
So once again, we're waiting for the JVs to finish up here tonight. And I guess the good news is, Dad, that there's a whole bunch of JVers. Both programs have fielded a bunch of wrestlers, so that's good news for not only now but for the future.
Right, absolutely, and everyone has to understand now that these are the junior varsity. This is a second string. Behind them are third and fourth stringers.
Right.
One would hope.
Well, and also, that the changes that they've made in the wrestling rules today is that the junior varsity wrestlers have a chance to go to tournaments and get qualifying varsity time so that they could even participate in the postseason district tournaments and regionals and state. As we've seen now, we've had wrestlers come out of the same weight classification that both place at state. We've even had championships determined at the same weight from the same school because they've allowed that opportunity.
Wrestlers from the same school take first and second in state.
Yeah, and that racks you up a bunch of points too for your program if you're looking for a team championship.
Oh, absolutely.
The powers that be still, the Lake Stevens and the Sunnysides and Moses Lakes and those teams always seem to be doing well. I don't know if that's the goal, is to get a team championship, but you've got a bunch of good individual wrestlers, and that's going to get your points in those postseason tournaments.
Yep, good individual wrestling is what makes the team. And still, wrestling, I used to regard it as the ultimate in team sports because at times the coach will come up to a wrestler and tell him the truth of the situation to win that night and say, now, it's not good enough to an excellent wrestler, he'll say, it's not good enough for you just to win. We need a pin.
Right.
Because of the scoring difference for team points.
And the scoring difference for postseason tournaments is a little different than the scoring team-wise for a dual match like tonight. A pin or a technical fall is 6 points for your team.
Right.
It's not quite as valued in the postseason tournament.
No, not so much. But still, it's really valuable. And to put out that extra effort, or I have actually said this to a wrestler myself, now, you win for us if you stay off your back.
Yeah.
And here you're sending a 7th grader out to wrestle a 9th grader or a sophomore to wrestle a senior.
Yeah.
And if he stays off of his back and does not get pointed out, well, then your team just won points.
Yeah. Well, and also we've seen, too, where sometimes at the state tournament, it might be good for a wrestler on your team to lose his first match and then have to come all the way back through the losers bracket because every time he wins now, he's racking up points for the team.
Absolutely. There was a time when Cedar Woolley had a wrestler named Garcia who was not even expected to get through the tournament to make it to state in the first place. When he got to state, he lost his first match, wrestled through the back door all the way around and took third place in the state, and his accumulation of points is what put his team over the top and won the state title.
Senior night tonight as the ladies are out here first. Kelsey Ibarra is nearest our camera on the floor, nearest us here at the scorers table. And then also a senior, Marlene Villa, Sheila Karenis. Oh, excuse me. I got to get the Wenatchee seniors. That's what I want. Michaela Cook out there. Sorry about that. Bella Andrini. The seniors on the girls program. Also the boys, at least the ones I have here on the roster. Again, it's tough to get rosters from the wrestling coaches in the classifications here. Oscar Martinez, a senior, getting a chance to wrestle tonight. Orlando Rodriguez. Lucas Carranza will be out on the mat tonight wrestling. But, yeah, you see the ones in street clothes. Those are the ones that Coach talked about that are unfortunately not able to wrestle tonight because of injuries. So the senior night celebration very quick here this evening. Lucas Carranza. Coach likes to call him Costanza rather than Carranza. As I know, as you being a former coach, you always get your nicknames in the wrestling room.
Oh, yeah. Some of those we can't say in public.
No, definitely not. Definitely not. You know, and one thing, and I've been thinking about how to relate this and how to say it without being offensive at all, but the state of wrestling in the state of Washington would not exist without the Hispanics being a part of it.
Oh,
I mean,
most
that
definitely.
is pure and simple. We have the national anthem coming up, and we'll be back with our face-offs and wrestling coming up next on the NCW Live channel.
Highlander Golf Course is proud to announce their 2 new state-of-the-art full-swing golf simulators with over 80 courses of virtual golf to choose from year-round. Or try their laser shot simulated firearm program, or gaming with football, basketball, and much more. Enjoy Highlander food and drink service from their full-service bar and grill in the comfort of their simulator room. Call the Highlander Pro Shop to book your time at 884-4653. That's 884-4653.
When the people you serve are your friends and family, you see the world a bit differently. You understand that your survival depends on the health and strength of your relationships. Your word is your reputation, and that doing the right thing is the only way of life that matters. At Confluence Health, we remain humble. Trust is a gift that is earned, a privilege, an honor. And we remain grateful for the trust you place in our hands.
There you go, our national anthem by a couple of the female wrestlers for Wenatchee High School here tonight as we get ready for wrestling on the NCW Live channel. Our broadcast brought to you in part by Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning, your comfort trained specialist specializing in commercial and residential HVAC systems, online at dicksheatingwenatchee.com. Also by Global Car Care, a quality
Good job, Randy.
auto repair facility with highly trained technicians celebrating 25 years in the car care business. They speak your car's language at, sorry about that. They speak your car's language at 1840 North Wenatchee Avenue. Just remember your microphone's live there, and you can get a little shaken up there. But yeah, Randy Miller, our official tonight, made his trek over the hill from Monroe to take care of the festivities here. We're getting ready for the face-off between Eastmont and Wenatchee girls. We'll have a bunch of forfeits either way here tonight. And just 4 contested matches for the girls between Eastmont and Wenatchee, as we mentioned. Both teams coming in at 3-1, tied for second in the Big 9 standings. So second place on the line here. And the way it's sizing up, looks like Eastmont's going to get the team victory here because of all the forfeits for Wenatchee. We have the captains coming out to center mat to talk about it. And Does this matter, this part with the choice? I mean, it's an even odd situation where a team has a choice. You know, one match it's Eastmont's choice, the next match it's Wenatchee's choice, but does it actually matter?
Yeah, it does in some cases, because as a coach, you're going to want your best to show up against so-and-so, see, depending on weights. So you want your wrestler to have the choice. Sometimes you'll want your best wrestlers to have the choice. Other times, depending on the match up, you'll want a wrestler that's not quite on top of his game to have the choice.
Of course, as we've seen in football with that coin toss, that you also have the choice to defer.
Right.
And
right.
to the next round of the match. As the ladies line up here, they'll announce each of them. I'm sure they'll start with the lightest at 100 pounds and get them a chance at least to face off here. So 100-pounder, the only one out here wrestling is Alexia Amante for Wenatchee. She will get a forfeit. The freshman, 105 pounds, Cassandra Tapia, the sophomore, will get a forfeit for Wenatchee. Daniela Hernandez, a junior for Eastmont, will get a forfeit at 110 pounds. Excuse me, no, that is a contested match. Kelsey Ibarro, one of the top wrestlers in the state, will wrestle at 110 pounds for Wenatchee. Giselle Keene, a sophomore at 115 pounds, will get a forfeit for Eastmont. Akima Harwood at 120 pounds is a sophomore. She, too, will win via forfeit at 120 pounds. The 125-pounder for Eastmont is Marlene Villa. The senior will get a forfeit. The second contested match of the night will come at 130 pounds. Sheila Carenas, the senior for Eastmont, and Michaela Cook, the senior for Wenatchee, they will face off. At 135 pounds, Estrella Geronimo will receive a forfeit. The freshman will get the win there, get 6 points for Eastmont. Shelby Tuggle at 140 pounds, a junior, will go up against Bella Andrini, one of the best wrestlers in the state at her weight classification, the junior for Wenatchee. Joanna Bowman was where we'll start tonight at 145 pounds. She will get a forfeit. The senior earning 6 points for her team tonight. At 155 pounds, also a forfeit for Destiny Ross. The junior will get the win for Eastmont. There is no wrestler for either team at 170 pounds. At 190 pounds, we'll see Elena Moore, the senior for Eastmont, go up against Aurora Carranza, the sophomore for Wenatchee. And then at 235, Ava Maria Ponce Myers will earn the win via forfeit, the junior for the Eastmont Wildcats. The coach for Eastmont is Hugh Chang. Coach for Wenatchee is Joe Cordes and Susan Valdez. And we're about ready for wrestling here on the NCW Life Channel. Thanks for joining us here tonight on your home for local sports. Live on our Facebook feed right now. So tell us if you're watching and tell us where you're watching from. Always love to have the viewers on our Facebook stream, and we'll be on TV delayed tonight after hockey night on the NCW Life Channel. And just a note, because of the duration of our broadcast tonight, we will have the NCW Life Evening News coming up at 11 o'clock tonight, and then get you through the rest of programming on the NCW Life Channel. So I think we're about ready to go here. Again, the first to step on the mats will be at 145-pounder. It will be a win for Joanna Bowman for the Eastmont Wildcats. So that'll make it a 6. In fact, before we get to a match here, it's going to be 12. It'll be 12-0 Eastmont before we get to a first contested match at 190 pounds. But I think they still have to have the wrestler come out and then have the hand raised, even if there's a forfeit, correct? Yes, that is the case. So that is Joanna Bowman getting the win via forfeit. She'll go over and shake the coach's hands.
At 145, Joanna Bowman receives the forfeit victory.
Destiny Ross also will be given a forfeit here at 155 pounds. They also have the wrestlers check in at the scorers table before they come out on the mat. Right. Is the purpose just to make sure that this is the person they say is in this weight classification?
Yes, to make darn sure that they don't get a mismatch out there.
Well, yeah,
it's it's kind of relative here on a dual meet night like this, but at a tournament, it's really important that they both show up at the
Well, especially if you got
table.
multiple mats going at one
Yeah,
time, and
yeah.
the confusion can reign, and that's why you have good assistant coaches, right, to help
That's
keep
right.
your wrestlers straight.
That's right.
So here we go with our first contested match. It'll be at 190 pounds. Elena Moore for Eastmont against Aurora Carranza for Wenatchee. So Carranza, the sophomore, and Moore, the senior. And Randy Miller has them shake hands, and we're ready to go here in our first match of the night. And I wonder if they're going to turn the lights off outside of the ring, which they should, to give us the spotlight here. Aurora Carranza, kind of the aggressor here of the two. Wenatchee wrestler reaching out.
Oh, yeah.
30 seconds into this match. And again, we noted, and that will be the way possibly for both the girls and the boys, is you see what coaches kind of coach. And a lot of times I've watched both Wenatchee and Eastmont here over the last 2 weeks, and it's about counters, not about taking a shot.
Right. Well, these heavier girls, they look just like the boys. They're trying to set up for a throw, except that when the opportunity's there, neither one of them is taking advantage of it.
There we go.
Oh, there it is.
Carranza trying to
there's head and arm.
arm.
The classic head and arm.
It's all about the setup to get that done correctly.
Darn right. If you don't get them off balance first, you're not going to throw them.
Right. Especially with Carranza about, 3-4 inches shorter than Moore.
Right.
Here.
She'd have to step up underneath her to get her over.
We're over a minute 20 into this first round. Still no score between these two. Elena Moore for Eastmont, Aurora Carranza for Wenatchee.
Well, back in the day, we used to assume that they were teaching each other dance moves.
Looking for the advantage to see if there can be any gained here. And this is what wrestling is. It's all
Right.
about gaining an advantage.
Right. And, of course, they're setting the tone here. Like, if you think you're tough grabbing my neck, feel this.
Well, and also, Dad, it doesn't matter if it's girls or boys. You're also getting a good indication of the strength of the person you're wrestling.
That's exactly right.
When they're out there reaching and grabbing and trying to pull the head down and things like that.
Yep,
So
you
round
bet.
one is done and scoreless here. The choice is for Wenatchee. And Joe Cordes, the Panthers coach, tells Aurora to take up in the referee's position. Kind of came down a little hard on her. Thought maybe a caution would be given there, but not the case. Up to her feet is Moore, trying to get out, but a nice job of tripping her down is Carranza.
Now she's going to work there. Yep, there's your half. Power half. Power half. Oh, slipped out. She's hesitant to get out to the side, Eric, when she goes for that half. She wants to stay parallel and keep hip to hip there to get some weight on her.
Well, you've got a taller gal you're wrestling with, too. You got to kind of watch your balance as well.
Absolutely. Well, they got part of the lights out.
Yep. Nope, now she's going to try to pull her way. It's a good idea. You got to post up your other hand to try to get a fulcrum upon which to reef on her.
There we go.
There you
There's
go.
your half.
And this one could be over. A minute to go in the second round.
There we go.
Tipping her over. And a pin.
There it is.
3 minutes and 5 seconds into the match. Win by pin as Aurora Carranza makes it a 12-6 match. 6 more points will come to Eastmont here as Ava Maria Ponce-Myers will get the victory. So that'll increase the lead for the Wildcats to 18-6 as Ava Maria will check into the scorers table. We get that a lot, by the way. They come over to us because we look official with headsets on. Our broadcast here on the NCW Live Channel brought to you by Highlander Golf Course and Grill. Call the Pro Shop to schedule your time on their full swing S4 widescreen golf simulators at 884-4653. Plan your next tournament or event today at the Highlander. You know, that is frustrating. I will say, after a short time wrestling, is to work all week for a match try to pull weight, you make weight, and then you don't have a match.
Right.
We have a forfeit here at 100 pounds. Alexia Monte will get the win for Wenatchee. So that should make it 18-12 on the team score. Also a forfeit for Wenatchee. Cassandra Tapia will win by a forfeit. So that'll tie us up momentarily here at 18. And then our next contested match at 110 pounds will be Daniela Hernandez, junior for Eastmont, and Kelsey Ibarra, the senior for Wenatchee. You've seen the progression over the years since they've really developed the girls' side of this sport. And man, have we had some athletes come out of the ladies' side.
Oh yeah, you're darn right.
Kelsey Ibarra, one of the top-ranked ladies in the state. In fact, Ibarra on the season is ranked 8th at 105 pounds, wrestling here tonight at 110. As you see that quite a bit where the girls will bounce up in those lower weights.
Exactly.
Is there a rule? I don't even know. Is there a rule of how many weights you can go above?
Oh yes, oh yes.
I think it's 2, isn't it?
Right. You can only go 2 weights up.
Okay.
But of course, if you don't diet that week, so you're a couple pounds over your regular weight, then you're home safe.
But sometimes that's that gamesmanship that goes on between coaches too, because
Yes,
you might have a couple of people that'll wrestle. They're within that weight class, and you're going to go, nope, I'm going to wrestle you, not you, because the matchup is better.
Yes, because you can actually weigh in more than one wrestler at a weight. So, and then make a match time decision on who's going to go. I can see why this girl is highly ranked and a fine wrestler. Look how tall she is for that weight.
Yep. Trying to move there. And Daniela Hernandez not showing any trepidation, though, going up against Ibarra.
No, she certainly isn't. She's, in fact, she's quite aggressive out there.
Junior, along with the senior for Wenatchee, scoreless so far. Now Ibarra looking maybe for that hand and arm drag there. Reaches up, grabs the back of the head. Ladies are almost out of bounds here. Ibarra will drag her back out towards the center circle. And a stall warning is issued here against Daniela Hernandez for Eastmont. So she's got to try to make a move. 20 seconds left here in round number 1. Scoreless so far. Again, that's not going to help you if Hernandez backs up as Ibarra tries to do the hand fighting here on her feet. A drag, beautiful move, and a takedown, and a half Nelson. Look out with 4 seconds left. Is she going to be able to get her over? I don't think so. No. That's going to be the end of round number 1. A 2-point takedown for Kelsey Ibarra, and she will lead it 2-0.
Very smooth move. Fantastic move.
Well, as we've seen too, Dad, we've had a few matches this year where you could see that if it's a wrestling family, if you have brothers and sisters that are wrestling, the proclivity there also is to have some pretty good wrestlers no matter what side of the persuasion.
Absolutely.
Oh, beautiful move here by Ibarra. As she is,
now see,
got the reversal and right to the back.
Did you see that half tilt that she reached underneath and took the elbow?
Yep.
That's classic.
And adjusting herself chest to chest, reversing. She's going to reach and try to reef on that head a little bit. Very flexible lady on the bottom, though. Hernandez has her hips flat to the mat. Meanwhile, her shoulders.
I know.
She's a contortionist.
My back hurts.
Yeah. Ibarra looking for the pin here. A long way to go in round number 2, and that's going to be it. 2 minutes and 51 seconds into the match. Win by pin, Kelsey Ibarra. For the time being, gives Wenatchee the 24-18 lead, but that will go quickly back to Eastmont with 3 forfeits in a row here. Good match for Ibarra, puts another notch in the win column. Giselle Keene will get a win at 115 pounds via forfeit. So that'll tie us back up at 24. Akima Harwood also with a win by forfeit at 120 pounds. And then Marlena Villa with a win. So suddenly the match goes from Wenatchee on top 24-18 to Eastmont on top 36-24 before our next contested match. Our next contested match, it'll be at 130 pounds. Our broadcast tonight here on the NCW Life Channel brought to you by Impact Auto Sales. They strive to impact your life, not your wallet. You can expect a hassle-free car buying experience at Impact Auto Sales in Wenatchee. Appreciate you joining us here on the NCW Life Channel. Here's the introduction of Marlene Villa, getting the forfeit win at 125 pounds. So there's your 3 forfeits in a row. Now we go to 130 pounds with Sheila Karenas, the senior for Eastmont, going up against the senior Michaela Cook for Wenatchee. So Michaela Cook and Sheila Karenas, our match at 130 pounds. This one should be a good one. Ladies very aggressive on their feet already. Reaching out, trying to grab the back of the head is Karenas. Now the single leg by Cook. Looking for the lift. Nice job on the counter by by Karenas. Cook has that single leg in tight, got her hands locked up, trying to suck it in. Maybe she'll try to go for the elevator here. But a nice job of locking the hands by Karenas. What a counter there. Wow. That Cook had that single leg wrapped up, looked like she was going to get the takedown. Yeah. But then the beautiful counter by Sheila Karenas. No score.
These girls have been wrestling for a while.
You think? 53 seconds left in round number 1 here at 130 pounds. Karenas backs away from the out-of-bounds circle. And now look out. Balance for Cook. Crowding. 2-point takedown they're going to give to Karenas here with 35 seconds left in round number 1. Now going out to the side, getting a little high. That allows Cook to stand up. Then throwing a leg in is Karenas.
There we are.
And there's your 1-point escape. 2-1 the score. 15 seconds left in the round. Hand grab there by Cook. Double leg and a takedown. Good shot by Michaela Cook, and got the advantage on the takedown right before the end of the round, and she will lead it 3-2 as we head into round number 2. Oops. Cook turns around, faces the official.
I think this is going to go right to the wire.
Yeah, it could be. I think a mistake might be the difference. Sit-out attempt again. Going to the side is Karenas, so she gives up the hips by doing so, and then gave up the reversal.
That's I don't know why she's going up in front like that. But
now half in, but you got to break the hips down. If you're Michaela Cook, she's trying to watch a full Nelson, almost there.
Ooh.
Cook is also kind of out of sorts out to the side, and there's a reversal, and a pin and move. Minute 25 left in the round, and a pin. How about that? Well, we thought it might be a mistake.
And that was a bad one. Let herself get all out of position there.
2 minutes and 37 seconds. Winner by pin, Sheila Karenas gives Eastmont a 42-24 lead. It'll be a forfeit here for Estrella Geronimo, so that'll make it 48-24 before we get to our final match in the girls here tonight. Well, I kind of had that feeling that it might be one of those situations of a mistake, and certainly was the case there for Michaela Cook, who just trying to put that half in but didn't have her broken down and was out to the side too much, and then suddenly found herself looking at the lights.
Yeah, and she paid the price by being super aggressive and going for a pin herself. So.
So it's a win here for Estrella Geronimo At 135 pounds, our final match contested here tonight will be Shelby Tuggle, junior for Eastmont, and Bella Andrini, the junior for Wenatchee. So a couple of juniors facing off here at 140 pounds. So Eastmont, as we said, would win the match here, and they will place second in the Big Nine, improving to 4-1. Wenatchee will fall to 3-2. Here we go. Tuggle, the aggressor, but a nice single leg and a takedown there for Andrini. Now quickly to her feet, she'll let her go. 1-point escape, 2-1 to score. Tuggle trying to literally tug her way out of the handhold there by Andrini. Andrini apparently, there's a forward carry to her back. Beautiful takedown.
I see she'll probably, she'll go for the pin now, I guess. I thought she might just keep turning her loose,
Looked like
to
she
take
was
her
going
down.
to turn her loose, and now she does.
Yeah, she did, yeah.
So it's a 4-2 match. Andrini again, another takedown.
Yeah, we can see where her real strength is in takedowns. Obviously, that's what she likes to do.
Absolutely.
She works from her feet.
Absolutely.
But now, well,
she could have stacked her up there.
Well, she was thinking about it, but then she thought, no, we'll do something else. Now she's looking for a bar.
Got to get that arm in there, but good job on the bottom by Tuggle not to allow her to do it.
Absolutely.
Tuggle staying up on her base here.
Yep.
39 seconds left in the first round. 6-2 the score. Andrini leading it to our final match of the night here on the girls' side. And another escape, so it's 6-3 now with 28 seconds left here in the round. Andrini looking for yet another shot. Well, she's muscular up top too, is Andrini.
Boy. Yes, she is.
Reaches out for the head. Thought she may have had that opportunity to trip her going backwards. Now dragging the arm. Another fireman's carry right to the back again. Right before the end of the round. So a 2-point takedown.
And a 2 near fall.
And they're going to give her a 2 near fall. 10-3 the score after one round for Bella Andrini. Isabella, but everybody calls her Bella, so we shall too.
All right, Bella.
Bella will take down here to start the second round. See how she does from the referee's position down. And we got a whole illegal use of the locking the hands on the mat, so it's 1 point given to Andrini.
Besides a 1-point escape.
Yeah, and a 1-point escape, so it's now 12-3.
And here we go.
Another fireman's carry. Instead, she'll just switch over to the takedown.
Just a double leg
just
out of
threw her on by. Now trying to get that arm barred up here. Again, Tuggle doing all she can on the bottom just to not allow any kind of a hold here. It looks like she's got that arm barred up, or close to it anyway, but a nice job by Tuggle getting to her base. Once again, minute 19 left here in the second round of this 140-pound girls match. And boy, that's just strength right there.
Oh, picked her right up in the, she lifted her clear off the mat.
Yeah.
Wow.
And Andrini thought that she got loose, was ready to be on her feet, but no, it will be still Tuggle down. Andrini will switch to the left side here.
I noticed that too.
And then switch right back over to the right on the tight waist. Thought about throwing that leg in. She's got the tight waist with the wrist ride, and now trying to work the power half, or trying to bring that arm back to bar it up. But Tuggle again just defending all moves from the bottom here with 47 seconds.
So should just let her up.
Just let her go. So it's 14-4 now. 10-point lead for Andrini. Again with the arm drag, and then just forcefully shoving her to her back almost here with 30 seconds left and a pin. 3 minutes and 30 seconds into the match. Win by pin for Bella Andrini. So the final score tonight will be Eastmont 48 and Wenatchee 30. That's our final in the girls match. We will have the face-off for the boys coming up. I think that's it. Must be it. Yes, it is. So we'll have the face-off for the boys coming up. We'll take a quick 60-second break and come back here on the NCW Life Channel.
No calories, no sweeteners, all smiles. Bubbly sparkling water. Crack a smile.
At Harvest Valley Pest Control, we know you are committed to making your home and business a healthy and pest-free place. Hi, I'm David. Give us a call and we'll give you a firm price over the phone and schedule a time that works for you. We'll do an in-depth 30-point healthy home or business inspection and craft a customized plan of action designed specifically for your pest issue. Give us a call or visit our website today.
Welcome back once again here to Wenatchee High School along with Dave Grandstrom. I'm Eric Grandstrom on the NCW Life Channel. And our first match tonight went the way of the Eastmont Wildcats by a final of 48-30. The contested matches here tonight, the first of which went to Aurora Carranza by pin, 3 minutes and 5 seconds into the match. The second contested match of the night also went by pin to Kelsey Ibarra of Wenatchee, 2 minutes and 51 seconds into the match. Sheila Karenas won by pin 2 minutes and 7 seconds into her 130-pound match. And then just now, Bella Andrini with a win at 3 minutes 30 seconds via pin as the Wenatchee Panthers come out to circle the mat here as we get ready for the face-off on the boys match here on the NCW Life Channel. The Eastmont Wildcats coming in with a record of 3-2. Coaching staff, Jason Erdman, head coach. He's assisted by Dave DeLong, Matt Praser, Scott Womack, Tyler McGee, and Heath Cates. Meanwhile, Wenatchee Panthers head coach is Ed Valdez. He is assisted by Luis Perez, Dustin Fisher, and Joe Cordes. Wenatchee also with a record of 3-2 on the season. Our face-off here at 106 pounds, Rudy Vivanco for Eastmont and Cannon Sanders for Wenatchee. At 113 pounds, a junior, Carlos Rodriguez for Eastmont. Kelsey Ibarra will wrestle for Wenatchee, the senior. At 120 pounds, it'll be a forfeit win for Toby Hamilton, the sophomore for Wenatchee. 126, Eastmont's Herman Jimenez, the junior, will face off against Trenton Miller, the freshman for the Wenatchee Panthers. At 132 pounds, another freshman out here tonight, Xavier Suarez, will wrestle for Eastmont against the senior Oscar Martinez for the Wenatchee Panthers. At 138 pounds, it'll be senior Jonathan Ruiz for Eastmont against Alex Ogeen for Wenatchee, the junior. 145 pounds, it will be Caden Harris, freshman for Wenatchee, and Tyler Scheilman, the sophomore for Wenatchee. The Wildcats will send out Apollo Mora at 152 pounds. He's a junior. He'll wrestle up against another junior, Leo Gutzweiler. Our 160-pound match tonight will feature the sophomore for Eastmont, Dominic Webb, against the sophomore for Wenatchee, Ben Flugie. 170-pound match will be the sophomore Joseph Buchholz for Eastmont and Evan Burdan, the freshman for Wenatchee. We'll actually start the match tonight at 182 pounds. These will be the guys you see out there first. The junior Luke Harrison for Eastmont against Orlando Rodriguez, the senior for Wenatchee. Our 195-pound match, the junior Max Praser for Eastmont will go up against Jesus Segovia, the sophomore for Wenatchee. 220 pounds, Jaston Smith, the senior for Eastmont, will face Lucas Carranza, the senior for Wenatchee. And our 285-pound match will be the junior Wyatt Erdman, coach's son, at 285 against Eli Oliveras, the junior for Wenatchee. That is our matchup. Again, our match tonight is officiated by Randy Miller. And our broadcast tonight on the NCW Life Channel brought to you by Jefferson, Danielson, Son, and Aylward Attorneys, delivering quality and innovative legal services to North Central Washington since 1946. Online at jdsalaw.com. Also by Les Schwab Tire Center. Go online to leschwab.com. Find a tire store near you. Doing the right thing matters. Well, here we go.
Boy, this is going to be a tilt.
You know, the saying, we kind of joke about it in the studios, but anytime Eastmont and Wenatchee, it doesn't matter what sport it is, you take their records and throw them out the window.
Right, exactly.
I mean, we say that tongue-in-cheek, but it's actually pretty true.
I think it is.
You can have one team that's just killing everybody. It doesn't matter the sport. And they face up against their Cross River rival.
Right.
And suddenly it's a tight game.
Absolutely.
And I think even with the wrestlers that are out tonight injured, you know, sometimes you don't know. You might have a freshman that steps out here tonight and whips up somebody that you'd never even expected.
Right. Well, we just saw one mistake.
Yep. And that's all it takes.
And sometimes that's all it takes.
182 pounds. This should be a good one
Here
to
we
start.
go. Here we go.
Luke Harrison for Eastmont, Orlando Rodriguez for Wenatchee. Senior versus junior, and we're underway at Wenatchee High School under the lights here tonight. And a beautiful move. And going right to the back is Rodriguez to Harrison. Harrison with the mighty arch. And he spins. And careful.
Oh.
Beautiful move. On top by Rodriguez.
And a fantastic counter.
How about that? We've got a 2 takedown, a 3 near fall. And I don't think he gave a reversal there, did he? I don't think he did.
No, it never happened. Good call by the referee to wait and see what was going to take place there.
Yep.
Wow, what a start, huh?
Orlando Rodriguez for Wenatchee leading at 5-0 here. And both wrestlers there precarious for a moment. And now a chance for Harrison on the bottom to maybe hang on to a single leg here. As he does, but now the Whizzer, watch out.
Yep, watch out. Now it's a strength match right here.
Yes, watch the throw.
Oh, here we go.
Watch the throw.
They both have it.
And no, 1 point escape.
1 point. There we go.
He almost gave him the reversal on his feet. But a 1 point escape for Harrison.
Right, there we go.
5-1 is our score.
Once again, accolades to the referee.
So the 2 point takedown, the 3 point near fall for Rodriguez. And now a 1 point escape for Harrison. Harrison, look out, taken to his back again. That's a beautiful counter on a single leg there for Rodriguez.
Yeah.
And look at the strength by Harrison to tip him over. Holy cow, the two wrestlers go out of bounds, and they're going to say a 2 point near fall for Rodriguez.
Boy, I tell you.
And the officials going to continue. The scores table was maybe asking for clarification. I think that was a good call.
They're short too. See,
15
he's
seconds
giving it
left.
to him.
And now another pinning move by Rodriguez. Boy, he is doing it from all sorts of angles. 9-1 is our score. Rodriguez on top.
Rodriguez invites you to take that single leg.
And another 2 point near fall. So that makes it 11-1. Orlando Rodriguez putting on a clinic here in round number 1.
Brother.
Wow.
But I'll tell you what, the amazing strength of his opponent to get out of there.
Yeah, that was something else.
Oh, good. Twice he got out.
Yep. So now we'll see what Luke Harrison can do from the top position. They're going to give 1 point to Rodriguez, and he just forces his way over on the 2 point reversal, going for the pin, and that's going to do it.
Well, he engineered an old-fashioned sit-out and turned in and took him.
2 minutes and 9 seconds into the match. Win by pin, Orlando Rodriguez. Wow. That was some hot and heavy action there.
Oh, you bet. That junior from Eastmont is going to have a fine senior year, though.
Yeah, absolutely. 195-pound match now. They don't have the weight on the scoreboard correct, so I'll mention that to Malcolm back in the studio. We're at 195 pounds. Max Prazer, the junior for Eastmont. Jesus Segovia, the sophomore for Wenatchee.
couple of well put together young men out there.
195 pounds. I was talking about that last week when I was doing the match here for Eastmont and Eisenhower last week at that 195 pounds. I'm glad they have that classification now. Would have loved that when I was a senior in high school instead of 190.
191.
Shots here taken by Segovia, but a nice counter by Max Fraser for Eastmont.
There we go. I'd say
wrestlers turn loose of one another. They're out towards the edge of the circle here. Looking for the heel was Fraser. Nice job stepping out of it by Segovia. Segovia, the sophomore, Fraser, the junior. And I don't see much of an advantage here as far as experience between the sophomore and junior so far. 56 seconds left here in round number 1. Eastmont, Wenatchee, Big Nine Wrestling, our final match of the season here on the NCW Life Channel. Hope you've enjoyed the last several weeks of bringing you wrestling action. For Wenatchee, 3 weeks ago against Moses Lake, Eastmont last week against Eisenhower, and now the two facing off here tonight. A shot.
Yeah, well, they're both looking for the same thing when they're in the tie-up, you know. We'll see who changes up here. Well, he tried it again.
Is he trying for the head and arm, or is he
No,
just
he's
trying to shuck him?
He's trying to shuck him by and then drop on a single, but
he's got that arm tied up, looking to suck him in
there
close.
was a trip.
And out of bounds, no advantage given.
Nope, they both landed out of bounds.
I was talking about that too. Strategy. You got 8 seconds left here in the round, but strategy to maybe take a risk when you're near the out of bounds.
Right. They got it.
And a takedown here by Fraser.
With 8 seconds to go, he went after it and got it.
So the lead here is for Max Fraser, 2-0 the score. But again, towards the end of the round, if you have just a few seconds left, or if you're out towards the outer circle, that's the time to try a throw or something along those lines.
Sure, you betcha.
Second match of the night with Wenatchee leading it here 6-0 on the team score. And the stand-up, beautiful job, but look out. Going over towards the trash can.
Right.
Out of bounds were both wrestlers.
There are no points for a trash can.
No. That's WWF stuff.
Right,
there.
yes, it is.
Segovia with a nice stand-up. Here he comes again, quickly to his feet. Frazier locking hands, looking for the throw, and takes him to the mat. Did he keep his hands locked? The official says no. Now he's got that arm barred up. Segovia's got to be careful.
Oh, yeah. He's going to use it, too. Going for the wrist to go with it.
I thought with that arm bar, he might try to pull him back towards him.
No.
Segovia, meanwhile, trying to squirm his way out of bounds.
Yeah.
Minute 30 to go here in the round. And they will go out of bounds.
He was reaching across for the wrist for the classic turn, but ran out of mat.
So again, it'll be Jesus Segovia down, Max Fraser up. And again, the toss to the mats. Nice job by Frazier to follow the stand-up by Segovia. Segovia very strong, though, at his base, and now gets a one-point escape, so it's 2-1. So here we go on their feet again and looking for throws possibly. Minute 7 to go. You see the bigger wrestlers go for the throws because you get that momentum going, and it's hard to stop it.
That's absolutely true. Then you watch the other guy's feet. And if he starts stepping across himself, well, then he's really off balance, and it gives you an advantage for a shot.
Circling, Max. Get him stepping.
43 seconds left here in round number 2. 2-1. Max Fraser with the lead here. And I don't know if you can do that. He drug the headgear. I don't think you can do that. Stan Up, the former head coach here for Wenatchee next to us, saying, you can't do that.
Yeah. Boy, they'd have caught that in football, huh?
Yeah, the grasping of the helmet.
Right.
Been a flag on the play. 15 seconds left of the round. 2-1, tight one here in our 195-pound match tonight. Shoved by Segovia. Again, Frazier kind of grabbing the headgear, not just the head. And that's it for round number 2. So the choice is for Frazier here for round 3, and he'll take the bottom.
Yep, and a chance to score.
A big gulp of air taken by Jesus Segovia, the sophomore. Now we'll try to figure out what he can do from the top position. As Frazier is ready on the bottom, Segovia approaches, and here we go. Quick stand up and a quick escape for Frazier. He leads it 3-1. Shot by Segovia. Look out!
Now he's got 2.
2-point takedown for Frazier. Frazier's got his chin strap up above on his mouth, though, and the official will stop it because they're out of bounds. But probably should have stopped it with the chin guard over the mouth, too.
Yeah, didn't see it.
Couldn't see it. He was on the other side of the wrestlers.
Right, exactly.
Minute 45 left here in the match. 5-1 Frazier on top, literally and figuratively here. As again, Segovia stands up. Frazier locks his hands, takes him down. Broke his hands, good timing when they got back down to the mat. Segovia. Again, you know, some people will watch this and aren't familiar with wrestling and are like, well, how come the guy on the bottom's not doing anything? Well, when you have somebody that is as strong as you and weighs exactly the same as you on your back,
right.
It makes the world a difficult place.
Right, and then you watch now when he's on top here, he doesn't always keep his arm wrapped around his waist. He reaches for the opposite thigh. And you would never believe the leverage that you can get with your hand inside the other guy's thigh. And that makes it extremely difficult.
Segovia with a 1-point escape here with 1:05 to go. So it's a 5-2 match. Segovia with the arm drag. This is where you look for the throws.
Absolutely.
Last minute of the match. Got the Wenatchee wrestlers, Jesus Segovia trailing it. Eastmont's Max Frazier leading it, but he's got to be the aggressor here too.
Oh yeah, you can't let down because the other guy gets a 2 and 2. It's over.
Again on their feet. Both wrestlers. This is the time where every fiber in every muscle is burning like crazy. The shuck by Segovia.
As I've said many times, the longest 6 minutes on earth is a high school wrestling match.
20 seconds to go. Segovia's going to have to go for the throw here if he's got anything left in the tank. 13 seconds. Frazier with the single leg attempts.
Yep.
Segovia blocked him. 8 seconds left.
But if you're tired, that also just looks good.
Yeah, that's true. And that's going to be the match here, and it's a 5-2 win for Max Frazier. 6-3 will be our team score as we'll head to 220 pounds. Our broadcast tonight brought to you in part by Town Toyota, your automotive home to quality and reliability in North Central Washington. Also by Weinstein Beverage Company, a family-owned business proud to support local high school teams. Find them on Facebook, follow them on Instagram. They're also on the web at WeinsteinBeverage.com. Here we go, 220 pounds, Jason Smith, senior for Eastmont. Lucas Carranza, the senior for Wenatchee. This also should be a good one.
These guys must have met in the past, right?
Oh, yeah.
More than once.
It was interesting talking with Coach Jason Erdman, though. I will say now I can't guarantee that as the headgear comes off of Jason Smith. Jason could be one of these seniors. Eastmont had 7 or 8 seniors come out for wrestling their very first time ever as a senior.
I see.
And Jason Smith may be one of those because I don't remember him on the roster last year on a varsity match. Single leg by Smith. The counter by Carranza. As he sprawls out, puts the whizzer in.
Yep.
Nice job. Now head and arm, the attempt, and we're going to have the headgear coming off again for Smith. And it comes out, and the whistle will sound, and he's going to got to get some new headgear. The chin strap keeps coming off. Minute 25 left here as both wrestlers kind of take a big gulp of air. Scoreless so far in this 220-pound match. A mistake by Smith. Takedown Carranza looking for the pin. Chest to chest trying to reverse that half. Looking for the head. The Wenatchee coaching staff screaming instructions out there. And now 3-point near fall and a 1-point escape. And they look to the sidelines again. The official wants to get a new set of headgear here so it doesn't keep coming off.
Yep, they were ready with one.
Yep. So Dave DeLong will come out and give him a new set of headgear.
I wonder if they'll have to readjust. Nope, by golly, it's right on the
Fits,
money.
yeah.
Besides, it looks way newer.
5-1 is the score. Carranza leading it here over Jason Smith, and really that was about a mistake for
Yes,
Smith.
it was. He got his feet hung up when the other fellow just charged him.
Too close together with the feet.
Yeah, right.
You talked about that.
Yep.
And it can be something as simple as that to take advantage, especially for the big fellas. Now a beautiful job by Carranza on the counter.
That was excellent.
And a 2-point takedown for Carranza. He leads it 7-1. 26 seconds left here in round number 1. Carranza out to the side. Now he gets back around the hips a little bit, trying to keep that one leg in there on a ride. Now trying to find a half.
See, if he puts all that weight on him, every time he gets up to his knees, he has to lift 225 pounds.
Right.
Of his own, plus 225 pounds of the other fellow.
7-1 will be our score after round number 1 here of this 220-pound match.
So
6-3 the team score.
Try doing push-ups with 500 pounds.
Yeah, and do it over and
over again.
Yeah. Both wrestlers up here, and a quick shot by Smith. Let's see if he can hang on to that leg. Carranza has the whizzer in.
Now he's
just reefing. Carranza with the counter. Carranza got a crossface. There you go, and he covered for the 2-point takedown. Carranza trying to pull him to him.
Yep,
Minute and a half left.
That was another case of the 500-pound rule right there.
Well, and Jason Smith did a great job on that shot.
Well, he did.
But a good counter by Carranza.
Right.
And then he knew what to do with it after that.
Yes, he did. He worked himself to a point where he got the cross face on there. And then
Carranza looked maybe like he was going to go for a cradle here as he reaches back, steps through the leg, pinning possible move here, but he doesn't have the head or the shoulders. That's strength right there. 1:01 left in
he
the
reversed
round.
it to a half.
He got the half and a pin. 3 minutes and 5 seconds into the match. The pin for Lucas Carranza gives Wenatchee a 12-3 lead. Good win for Lucas Carranza for Wenatchee. Now we'll go to 285 pounds. It'll be Wyatt Erdman, junior for Eastmont, and Eli Oliveras, the junior for Wenatchee. Watch for the throws with the big fellas.
Oh, boy. Like I told you, Eric, in Concrete, Washington, they call these guys the biggins.
Of course, Concrete not known for being the biggest Couthville in the state of Washington.
Well, no.
I remember playing baseball against some Concrete boys back in the day, and a 13-year-old had a full beard.
Well, he was 26.
Yeah, he finally got eligible.
Yeah, he drove to the ballpark.
Minute 34. He drove the bus.
Yeah.
We kid because we care. We love you, Concrete. No score yet in this 285-pound match. Wyatt Erdman in the red and white singlet for Eastmont. Eli Oliveras in the purple and gold singlet for Wenatchee. Two juniors out here. Our fourth match of the night on the NCW Live Channel. Shucked by attempt by Erdman. Good idea. Momentum.
Yep, now they're reefing on each other.
All about momentum and leverage.
Yeah.
Attempt at a trip there by Erdman. Good idea.
It is, because he's got the length.
Yep. But
could have ducked under, but he didn't.
Oh, look out here. Look out here.
There we go.
Erdman is going to be, no, not yet, not yet. There we go, 2-point takedown for Oliveras. sit out attempt by Erdman. Tried to look back, but didn't reach back.
Nope, he got that ankle.
10 seconds left here in round number 1. 2-0. Eli Oliveras of Wenatchee leading Wyatt Erdman, the junior, for Eastmont.
He finally got his base.
And that's going to be the end of round number 1 for the 285-pound match here between Erdman of Eastmont, Oliveras of Wenatchee. Both wrestlers will be up as the choice was deferred. Or no, he'll take up. I thought he said both wrestlers up. He's taking.
Yeah, he did.
So yeah, Coach Valdez said both wrestlers up. Randy Miller, the official. Now Coach Valdez having a discussion with one of his fellow coaches.
Yeah.
Because the official heard one of the coaches say,
that's right,
up. So now we have an escape, and it's a 2-1 match.
Yes.
Just like that. Coach Valdez beside himself over there in front of the Wenatchee bench. Meanwhile, Oliveras on his feet with Erdman doing the second round dance.
Go, Score! Score!
Well, we'll see how large that looms here in this match.
Yes.
Both gentlemen looking for the advantage here, locking up, and the trip attempt, but he didn't have anything up high, and Erdman may have just taken himself down there. He's got the leg behind, and a 2-point takedown going to be given to Oliveras. He leads it 4-1.
Yeah, he missed on top, slipped right off.
Yep. Now Oliveras does a good job of breaking Erdman down. And again, this is where the big fellas start to breathe heavy, and everything becomes a task here. Erdman on the bottom, Oliveras on the top. Oliveras leading the match 4-1 with 43 seconds left here in round number 2.
He's working on a pin.
Oliveras trying to get that half in, the power half. Again, Erdman. Erdman did a good job of reaching up with that hand and fighting. And now crowding is Erdman. Oliveras getting out of sorts. A 2-point reversal. Looking for the pin. He got it. How about that?
Wow, there you go. Once again, one mistake. That's all you get when you weigh 285 pounds.
3:43 of the match. Win by pin. Wyatt Erdman. 12-6, or 12-9, excuse me, our team score now. As we'll head up to 106 pounds, that'll be Rudy Vivanco, the freshman for Eastmont. Cannon Sanders, the freshman for Wenatchee. So no advantage here for either wrestler as far as experience that we know of anyway.
Yeah.
But who knows how much mat time they've had with the clubs.
Right, exactly.
Or freestyle.
Well, we'll watch here, and we'll know soon.
Beautiful single leg attempt there by Vivanco.
And he got it.
Took him down. The crowd is into it here tonight.
Yes, the closer the score gets, the more into it they're going to be.
Vivanco working on top here. Leads Sanders and got the half in. Now trying to go for the tip, and we got a dangerous hold here.
Full
Nelson.
Point, full Nelson. Wow.
Well, that sometimes can be your freshman mistake.
Well, that's I would say that they're both real freshmen.
2-1 to score. I can see what he was doing. He was reaching up for the left wrist with the right hand in that half Nelson, but then the arm came up, and suddenly he's got a full Nelson. Leg in for Vivanco. Both legs in, broke him down.
Now
Vivanco's wrestled a little bit, I would say.
I would say so. That full Nelson was an accident.
Yep. Again, the much taller Sanders on the bottom. So the task for Vivanco is to try to break down the base with both legs in there. And now the hand fight that constantly goes on underneath. And now he's got the half in. Now he's trying to turn him.
He's got him turned.
Is he counting yet? I don't see the official counting yet. He's saying.
Oh, yeah, he's got his 3. Oh, no, he's got 2 so far. He keeps,
got to watch his balance here. And they're going to give a 2-point near fall to
Right.
Vivanco. So he leads it now 4-1 with 30 seconds left here in the round number 1. Looking for the ankle with that leg shot in on the ride.
He wants to break them down there.
And
now guillotine.
That's some freestyle moves right there.
Guillotine. He's going for it. If he'll let him get away with it, of course.
Now Vivanco a little high here, so he'll back up and double wrist right out of bounds. The official will say with 1 second left in the round.
Okay, well.
They both go out of bounds.
There's a dramatic difference in height here.
Yes, considerably. And the end of the first round comes with Rudy Vivanco leading Cannon Sanders here at 106 pounds by a score of 4-1.
Now, with all that reach, you'd think that Sanders would be a far side cradle guy.
We'll see. He'll be on top here to start the second round. Whistle sounds, sit out, reach up, grab the head by Vivanco, and look at that 2-point reversal.
Right.
Impressive.
That's the second time tonight I've seen a throwback in time with a sit out and turn in, and there you are. Reversal.
Sanders now working on a hand fight on the bottom with the sit out of his own.
Right.
But a nice job by Vivanco to keep that hand in on the inner thigh.
Yep.
You were talking about how difficult that is to do anything.
Yep.
Now he's going for the cradle.
Oh,
gonna
look
tip
at
him.
that.
Minute 25 left.
The guy, the wrong wrestler went for the cradle and got it too, near side. Let's see if he sticks his head in there.
He's kind of got it backwards with the arm.
Oh, he does, yeah. It's a far side cradle, but he's on the near side.
Yeah. Oh, there he goes. There he goes. That's a long minute to try to save your life for Cannon Sanders.
On the other hand, Sanders is so long.
Yeah. Difficult to get both shoulders on the mat.
Yeah, his knee goes clear past his head.
Yeah. Vivanco is trying to get his chin up on the shoulder to force it down. And you can see the left leg shaking for Vivanco, just trying to get it. 3-point near fall.
Yeah.
He gave up the hold, so the official gives the near fall points. Now they'll work again. 30 seconds left. And he had his hand locked, but the official didn't see it as they went to the mat.
He turned loose just in the nick of time.
Did he? Okay. 23 seconds left. 9-1. Sizable advantage here for Rudy Vivanco. Freshman versus freshman here at 106 pounds. Sit out again by Sanders. Good follow by Vivanco.
Puts the leg in again.
8 seconds left here in the round. Vivanco has the leg in on the left side and then trying to help out the situation. Now going to reach a good idea. End of the round comes first, however, and it's a 9-1 lead for Rudy Vivanco.
What do we got here? Injury timeout.
Injury timeout or blood. So got a total of 5 minutes. They'll start the injury clock here for the match. Have some blood to take care of out on the mat as well. So they will do that. And we will remind you that coming up Friday, tomorrow, we've got Eastmont and Moses Lake basketball here on the NCW Live Channel, your home for local sports. Grant Olson courtside for your play-by-play as the girls will be first at 6:30 here on the broadcast. The boys follow at about 8 o'clock tomorrow night right here on the NCW Live Channel. Then Saturday we'll be back here courtside at Wenatchee High for Eastmont and Wenatchee girls and boys basketball. The girls live at 5:30. The boys follow at 7:30. They will have their Hall of Fame induction ceremony at 7 o'clock. We'll carry that live as well here on the NCW Live Channel. 3 members to be inducted into the Hall of Fame. It'll be Isaiah Brant Sims. I'm doing this off the top of my head, folks, so bear with me if I don't get them all. Jay Young, former coach at Wenatchee High School. And Dylan Sugg. I remembered all 3. How about that?
That's pretty good.
So the clock now stopped. Ready for round number 2. Both wrestlers up to start the round. Here on the NCW Live Channel, 9-1 the score. Rudy Vivanco leading Cannon Sanders.
There they go. They're sparring away.
The way Vivanco's done so far in this match, Sanders has got to feel like he's wrestling with a cobra right now.
Boy, I guess.
Just quick and strikes.
Yes, and boy, he is quick.
Vivanco looking for the advantage, looking just to get that shot.
Yep, he's looking for the legs. He's looking for the legs.
Well, there's a lot of legs there by Kenneth Sanders, that's for sure.
And there,
had the double leg, but then gave it up.
Yep.
Felt like he was maybe off balance.
Yep.
So that's a smart wrestling move, too. If you don't have it, then don't try it because you can wind up staring at the ceiling.
I think this young man has some map time, all right.
Well, and a great future as well for the Eastmont Wildcats.
Good grief, yeah. Freshman, and he looks like this.
Yeah.
I'd like to know what his season record is too.
Well, and those are the kids too that if you can get them through the districts, get them to regionals, and get them to state, you never know what those freshmen could do for you.
That's right.
Coming up with some team points for you.
Well, then it turns into the luck of the draw.
Right.
Well, 30 seconds. There he is, single leg. That was a sweep.
Beautiful job by Vivanco on the 2-point takedown. Leads it 11-1 now.
Planted his left hand and went to the outside, sweeping around with his right hand right to the knee and right behind him.
Power half again. Watch the chicken wing here.
Yeah, watch out, boy, with that.
Yeah, gotta watch that shoulder.
Yeah. Well, the referee's right on top of it once again.
Both legs shot in there, and that's going to be the end of round of the match. That is. 11-1 is our final, with Rudy Vivanco winning it for Eastmont over Cannon Sanders. And that will put Eastmont ahead in the team standing, or in the team score, 13-12. As we'll head to 113 pounds.
What a fantastic match tonight. Look at that. 13-12.
Originally listed this as a forfeit, and it will be a forfeit. Okay. I thought they were going to give her a match here with Carlos Rodriguez coming out and wrestling, but no, that is not the case. So Kelsey Ibarra gets a forfeit. And that'll give Wenatchee 6 points. So that puts the Panthers up 18-13. And Toby Hamilton also with a forfeit win. So that'll make it 24-13. And now we'll go to 126 pounds. Herman Jimenez, the junior for Eastmont, and Trenton Miller, the freshman for Wenatchee.
Well, I'll tell you, Eastmont now needs a couple of wins. They could sure use a pin here. Perhaps that's exactly what they have in mind.
Now you got a junior against a freshman.
Yep.
So you would think, just on paper at least, the advantage to the junior.
You would think so.
And Herman Jimenez didn't even, I was going to say, didn't shake his hand at first.
Oh,
now we're ready. Trenton Miller for Wenatchee. Herman Jimenez for Eastmont. I saw Jimenez with a great battle last week against Eisenhower.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Did he win?
He did.
He did.
Yeah, it was a close one.
Well, this is off to a darn interesting start here, too.
The freshman not being shy out there for Wenatchee.
He's the aggressor.
So far. And again, we talked about that with both these, and now a single leg, but a nice counter by Jimenez.
And looking for a cradle instantly.
Miller, he's got the hands locked up. No. Now he gave a 2-point takedown, and now a 2-point reversal.
Yep.
Wow. Coach Stanoff voicing his opinion next to us again. Minute 4 to go here, and a sit-out attempt by Jimenez, but a nice counter by Miller on the top right now. The Wenatchee wrestlers were tied at 2. I guess he had the cradle, had the hands locked.
Yep.
So according to, from the official's perspective, he had control.
Right. Even though that the leg was never sacrificed.
And
well,
now
there we go.
a 1-point escape for Jimenez. He leads it 3-2.
Okay, now the Wenatchee wrestler has earned his respect. Now he's going to change his attack.
Arm drag, but a beautiful counter by Jimenez and the takedown. That's quick feet.
Oh, brother.
Stand up by Miller.
And he's
Escape.
out.
5-3 the score. Entertaining first round to say
Darn
the
right,
least.
boy. This is wrestling.
Now a shot as they go out of bounds with 3 seconds left in the round. And we got a blood timeout.
Another?
So I think the Eastmont wrestler Jimenez has some blood somewhere. Nope, the Wenatchee wrestler does. So Trenton Miller will head over to Dale Blair and his capable staff to get doctored up. Meanwhile, they're going to check the mat for any blood here. And just again, a reminder about the Hall of Fame induction ceremony here at 7 o'clock on Saturday nights. We'll be here live with the cameras. But of course, Jim Beeson, athletic director for Wenatchee High School, hoping that everybody can come out and be part of that special night. And hey, anytime Eastmont and Wenatchee get together, we're seeing it on the wrestling mat tonight. We're going to see it in basketball on Saturday. Going to be some exciting action, so be sure and be here for all the activities Saturday nights on the NCAA Live Channel. And that'll be the end of round number 1 with a 5-3 lead here for Herman Jimenez, the junior for Wenatchee, against Trenton Miller, the freshman for Jimenez for Eastmont. Beautiful sit out, but a nice counter by Miller. Miller almost lost his mouthpiece, but tucks it back in. Now working from the side, but
there it is.
Gave him the opportunity for the escape. 6-3, Jimenez leading it.
Oh, they almost hit heads.
Oh, that was
close.
Both decided to try to shoot at the same time. Now, somehow they didn't collide there. Had a beautiful sit out there and got himself free, did Miller. Boy, nothing wrong with this freshman, let me tell you.
No, there again. I'll say it again. What a future, huh?
Yeah, absolutely.
I keep trying to throw.
Yeah.
But I don't think he's going to muscle him. And then there's
the counter. Oh, he gave up the 2-point takedown. Minute 5 as they go out of bounds. 8-3 the score. In fact, Trenton Miller didn't think that he gave up the takedown there. But now in the bottom position of the referee's position here as Jimenez comes on top. But Randy Miller waits no time at all for that to start him up.
No, he doesn't. In other words, no monkey business.
Right.
He gets right with it.
Wrist right here, and now looking for the power half, possibly, is
Got
Jimenez.
that leg in there again.
Got the leg in, got a tip. Does he have exposure points?
Yes,
he
he's
does.
counting. He's counting.
And
now he's looking for the pin.
Miller fighting underneath. There will be a 3-point near fall for Jimenez. Sit out by Miller, and he's loose again, but he is exhausted with 24 seconds here in round number 2. Trying to keep yourself from being pinned. You talk about the 6 longest minutes of your life, and now a nice takedown on the spin move there by Miller. 11-6 the score with 10 seconds left here in the round. Maybe that was a rope-a-dope looking like he was tired. But Jimenez to his feet, and that'll be the end of the round.
Wait a minute. Not very many of your viewers are old enough to know what rope-a-dope is.
11-6 the score. Herman Jimenez leading Trenton Miller here at 126 pounds.
Jimenez looks a little tired himself.
He does. He does. Well, trying to pin or trying to keep from being pinned, it's all exhaustive.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Boy, these boys have been going at it since the first whistle.
Well, and 126 pounds, there's hardly an ounce of fat on either body.
No, right.
So your reserves are used up pretty darn quick. And Jimenez will let Miller go. 1-point escape, 11-7. We're in the 3rd round, gang. This one's not even close to being over. Shot by Miller. Has the single leg. The counter by Jimenez. Got the cross face. Trying to get his left leg free.
Got him cradled.
And he got him cradled up and going to take him to his back. And a pin. How about that? Wow. 4:37 into the match. Pin by pin.
Yeah.
Herman Jimenez.
Yeah, and Jimenez showed good sportsmanship too. Look at there.
Yeah.
Safe.
Yep. Shaking hands again as they head off the mats.
Yeah, what he's saying to him, I'll see you at regionals.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, districts first.
Yeah, districts first.
Here next
then,
weekend.
And then we'll see you later.
Xavier Suarez, a freshman for Eastmont. Oscar Martinez, a senior for Wenatchee, at 132 pounds. 24-19 our team score, with Wenatchee leading it. This is where we had the injuries for Eastmont, and so getting some young wrestlers out there is Coach Jason Erdman.
Boy, he doesn't look like he's going to back off, though.
Suarez for Eastmont. Fireman's carry attempt, and there it is for Martinez. 2-point takedown. Looking for the pin. Reefing up on the head. Looking for the shoulders on the mat. Sitting out, but they're going towards the out of bounds. And now
he's out of bounds.
Martinez gonna try to reef him back to the field of play, if you will. 3-point near fall. 5-0 the lead for Oscar Martinez.
Well, the young man was aggressive, but he walked right into that.
Yep. We've seen a few fireman carries tonight.
Yeah,
it's been
quite
impressive.
a few. Yes.
Almost a Granby roll attempt there for the freshman Suarez.
Yeah.
Thought about it.
Yeah,
That's
he did.
That's one of those where, you know, freshman, he's tried it, seen it,
yeah,
practiced it a couple of times, but then you're just not quite confident enough to try it.
It worked in turnout, but this guy's a senior, right?
Yeah, exactly.
He's probably seen it before.
30 seconds left here in round number 1. Trying to work that arm is Oscar Martinez.
Yep.
Now he's got the half in, reverse the half. He's got 20 seconds left to try to pin him. And it is a pin. 1 minute and 44 seconds into the match. Win by pin for Oscar Martinez. Makes it a 30-19 lead for Wenatchee. Jonathan Ruiz now the senior for Eastmont against Alex Olguin for Wenatchee. Got to get that last name right. They're pronouncing it right. I'm not. Olguin. Olguin is the pronunciation for the Wenatchee wrestler.
Okay.
Junior
Olguin
versus senior here. This one should be pretty good.
Well, they're two tall, lanky guys, aren't they?
Yep. Shot at a single leg, but a beautiful counter kicking back.
Yep.
Was Olguin.
Oh, there's a double. Another counter.
And a throw. Look out.
Aha.
And who's going to gain a 2-point takedown here for Jonathan Ruiz, and looking for near fall points as well. Going to get probably 2.
2 at least.
He's got 3 fingers, does the official up. And he's going to say a 3-point near fall. 5-0 the lead here for Jonathan Ruiz at 138 pounds.
I don't think this one's over, though.
Alex Olguin on the bottom. Stands up quickly. Hand fight, turn, reduce. 1-point escape for Olguin. They come back to the center of the mat with a 1 minute 20 seconds left here in round number 1. Shot by Olguin. Good counter by Ruiz.
Again.
Yes. Locking up.
Well, we'll see if there's any hesitancy now. Boy, that was a move counter and a move counter on the sideline over here that turned into 5 points. But the 5 points could have just as easily gone the other way.
Yeah, it could have. Both wrestlers again head back towards the center of the mat. Ruiz says, hey, let's go back over here. Double leg shot by Ruiz. Counter, and now here we go again with the counter and the counter. Ruiz will get the takedown. Now looking for the turn with 28 seconds left here in the round. We're just in round number 1. 7-1 the score. Ruiz leading it.
He keeps throwing that half without breaking him down. That's
you get up too high, and that's going to turn him loose like he did just there. And a 1-point escape. So 7-2 the score with 10 seconds left here in the round. Reach out by Ruiz. He reached a long way there.
Ooh, that's an invitation.
Yes,
of course.
it is. Because that reach out that far, you're out of balance.
Oh, yeah. You betcha. That's an invitation to take my leg. Or take them both.
So Ruiz will take down here to start round number 2.
Wants more points.
Olguin, meanwhile, pacing around the ring, will approach. And we're back in action. Quick stand up by Ruiz. And looked like he had the escape. Might even get 2 here. And he's going to give a 2-point reversal.
Mm-hmm.
Looking for the half again. Had his hip broken for a moment, but then lost the half.
Right.
I will say Olguin is a little bit taller than Ruiz.
And Olguin sure gets his base instantly. You know, he's not going to just lay there and let it and be worked over.
Minute 33 left here in round number 2. Appreciate you joining us on the NCAA Life Channel tonight. Along with Dave Granstrom, mom Eric Granstrom. Father and son duo here ringside at Wenatchee High School.
They can see us on Channel 13 on SmackDown on Friday nights.
Again, trying to get the half in while...
Well, he's got it this time.
Olguin, yeah.
Look at this.
Flipped him over. And a pin. Wow, that's just strength.
That was remarkable.
2 minutes, 55 seconds. The win by Jonathan Ruiz for Eastmont.
So all of a sudden,
so it's 30-25 here.
Yeah.
As we head to a 145-pound match between a freshman and a sophomore. Caden Harris for Eastmont, Tyler Skyleman for Wenatchee. And here we go. Oh, beautiful pick.
Ankle pick. Wow.
Nice on a takedown here for Skyleman.
That was a dandy. And leg in.
Skyleman, great multi-sport athlete, baseball player as well.
Oh, I'll be darned.
Dad is here tonight, and his dad is a key cog to our local Tell family.
Oh, really?
Yes. 2-0 the score. 1:18 to go here in the first round. 170 pounds, or no, not 170 pounds. We're at 145 pounds. Caden Harris, freshman for Eastmont. Tyler Skyleman, the sophomore for Wenatchee.
Oh, there we go. Three-quarter.
Gotta watch that neck. Boy, that strength for Harris on the bottom.
They got him rolled.
But got him rolled over. Can he hold on, though?
Yeah. He got
a 2, probably. 2-point near fall, and now he's going to let him go. Didn't quite have it enough, and you got to cover the leg on that, too.
Sure, but and he did the right thing. He just turned him loose and started over.
Yeah, because he was in a no-win situation there.
Exactly.
Now a deep shot by Skyleman. And now we're going to have a throw attempt. And it will be a throw and a 2-point takedown, and we might have an injury here for Caden Harris.
Illegal because his head hit first.
Yep, his head hit the mat first.
And if he can't continue,
a 1 point for Caden Harris.
Or if he can't continue, that's a match.
Yep. So we're going to start a injury timeout here. 2 minutes to see if Caden Harris is okay. We already have a wrestler for Wenatchee that's coming out of the concussion protocol, and with that in mind, in any sport now, in the high school ranks and the youth ranks, it's nothing to mess with.
No, it isn't.
And it looks like Caden Harris is awfully woozy on his feet over
Well,
there.
I wonder if he's going to have to go through the protocol.
Well, Dale Blair checking in on him right now, the athletic trainer for Wenatchee High School.
Well, he'll put him through the protocol. They've all learned it now.
Yep. trying to help him get a deep breath here. Now, Caden Harris wants to continue wrestling.
Oh, yeah, he wants to get back out there.
Okay, and they're going to stop the time on the injury check. Assistant coach Dave DeLong out there saying, are you sure?
Yep.
Caden says he wants to go. Well, give him credit for gutting it out here.
I'll tell you what, yeah. Well, he thinks he can come back here.
20 seconds left here in round number 1 with Skylerman leading it 4-2. I'm going to check the score here. And I don't know if they could give him a takedown there on an illegal move, right? With a dangerous move, yeah. So he just said that he's waved off the takedown. So I think we might need to adjust the score. It's 4-2 right now. Skylerman leading it. No, Skylerman had the takedown and the 2-point near fall, right?
Right.
Okay.
Right.
And then an escape plus the illegal hold or illegal move. Now the takedown for Skylerman. Look out, he's got the cradle, and he's going to go for the pin. And
whoa!
Thought he had the pin, but no. The time winds out in round number 1.
Now, see, he didn't turn loose of the head in time.
Yep.
And got himself in trouble.
Wow. 2-point near fall. So it's 8-2 now. Skylerman leading it here over Caden Harris. So Harris now will work atop in round number 2. I don't think they were set there before he blew the whistle. Escape here for Skylerman. Now leads it 9-2. Single, double, takedown for Skylerman.
Yep. He's not sprawling. He's not getting it.
He's got him.
No counter. Oh, here comes
cradle
the cradle
up on
again.
the other side. Let's see if he tries to roll him over. Nope, he'll let the cradle go. Harris, meanwhile, reaches out, grabs that single leg while it's right in front of his face.
Yeah, right. There we go.
And Skylerman going to go for a near side cradle, but he's still on his base here. Got him cradled up. Now it's a matter of tipping him. Sticking his head in the side, walking. Turns him over and pin. 2 minutes, 57 seconds into the match. Win by pin for Tyler Skylerman. Extends the lead back out to a 36-25 advantage for Wenatchee. Apollo Mora now at 152 pounds for Eastmont against Leo Gutzweiler. Both juniors.
Now, I think you told me Gutzweiler's been pretty good this year, right?
Yes, he has. Well, so too has Apollo Mora.
Oh, so here we go.
Yeah, good one here at 152 pounds. But look at that move by Gutzweiler. 2-point takedown. Almost took him right to his back. And now look out, Gutzweiler.
Oh.
Beautiful counter on what almost got himself in trouble there.
Yeah.
Gutzweiler somehow maintains control. That's a fast 30 seconds into this first round at 152 pounds. Good match tonight here on the NCW Live Channel. Hope you're enjoying it as much as we are.
Oh boy, there's been some dandy wrestling tonight. Absolutely.
Gutzweiler trying to keep Mora on the mat. Mora with a hand fight and then tries to reach up and trap the arm and try to roll to Gutzweiler, but Gutzweiler shifts his weight across nicely.
Up, gets a far side roll, but it doesn't work.
58 seconds left as Gutzweiler works him back onto the mat. Nice job by the up wrestler here. Mora now looking at the power half is Gutzweiler. That doesn't work. Mora does a good job keeping his head up.
Goes back to the wrist.
Looking, thought maybe he's going to try to work that back for a hammerlock.
No, I haven't seen one of those for a long time.
No.
And they keep trying for a bar, but they can't get it in there because everybody counters.
24 seconds left here as he gets that arm
there
barred
he
up.
is. Now he's barred up.
17 seconds.
But he's got
almost out of bounds.
How are you going to turn him? You turn him right out of bounds.
Yep.
See?
Yep. And he got that arm free. 4 seconds left here in that's going to be the end of the round with Leo Gutzweiler leading it by a score of 2-0 over Apollo Mora. Good crowd on here tonight at Wenatchee High School. Crowd tomorrow night for Eastmont's basketball games here on the NCAA Live Channel against Moses Lake. And then Wenatchee Eastmont here Saturday nights on Hall of Fame night at Wenatchee High School. Gutzweiler on top here to start round number 2. Leading at 2-0, looking for the half, looking to do something. Meanwhile, Mora just trying to sprawl out and counter on the bottom. Cradled him up.
Cradled him up.
Gutzweiler puts the knee in the back. Holding on. Lock the hands. Mora does a good job of rocking and rolling and kicking his legs together to get out of it, but it's a 3-point near fall for Gutzweiler. And a roll, and oh my.
Whoa. Was that fortunate?
Ooh, Apollo Mora almost had the match in his hands there, but they go out of bounds. They do give him a one-point escape, so 5-1 to score. And what a shot there for Skylerman.
Oh, lost the arm.
Wow.
If he'd have kept that, well, now he's got power half.
I said Skylerman, it's Gutzweiler. He's got the half, reverse. Now working chest to chest, looking for the pin of Apollo Mora. He gets it. 2 minutes and make that 3 minutes and 3 seconds into the match. Win for Leo Gutzweiler, the junior for Wenatchee, over Apollo Mora, the junior for Eastmont. Wenatchee leads it 42-25. So Wenatchee's going to win the match here. And this will be the first time in a while that Wenatchee has been able to defeat Eastmont. Dominic Webb now for Eastmont at 160 pounds against Ben Flugie. Flugie a sophomore, Webb a sophomore for Eastmont. Webb kind of got himself in a weird position there.
Well, he lost the arm, so.
Now,
no.
Look out. 2-point takedown.
Yeah.
Is given to the Wenatchee wrestler, Ben Flugie.
Yep.
And now the roll attempt by Dominic Webb. Minute 29 to go here in round number 1. Dominic Webb on the bottom, Ben Flugie on top.
Flugie's got an advantage in height again.
Yeah, definitely so. See if he tries to stick a leg in. There's a roll.
No, he's coming
for
in.
Webb.
There we are.
And Dominic Webb will get the 2-point reversal. Quickly covers the hips of Flugie. He was looking for the stack there.
Boy, they got a lot of cheerleaders. Do you notice that?
Yes, Wenatchee does.
12 of them.
And I've seen some impressive work on that, just hanging on to that arm for Eastmont tonight. Now looking for the half. Well, he's been working on that arm.
At least he's controlling the leg, though. You know, he's got his.
Covering the hips, one side or the other.
Right. On the JV matches, we watched the same aggression to the top part, but they didn't. They lost control.
There's a tip and a pin.
Wow.
Just like that.
I didn't think he could possibly get a pin out of that.
1:44 into the match. Win by pin for Eastmont's Dominic Webb. Makes it 42-31.
Listening to the crowd behind us, have you noticed there's quite a bit of passion here?
Yes, there is. And you love to see that if you're a wrestling fan.
Darn right.
Joseph Buchholz now for Eastmont against Evan Burdan for Wenatchee. Sophomore for the Wildcats, a freshman for the Panthers.
Wow.
But look at the musculature
Yeah.
on that freshman.
Yeah, that freshman looks like he's a senior.
170-pound match here. Final match of the night on the NCAA Live Channel. Beautiful job with the takedown by Burdan, whose headset's down around his neck. So we get a stall or a moment here. The official might blow this one dead and fix the headgear.
Right.
But not if he's going to go for a pinning move, possibly, by the wrestler on top.
Gotta protect those ears, Eric.
Yeah, that's
you
true.
know, cauliflower ears, they don't get it anymore.
Looking for the near side cradle.
And he got it.
And
not quite.
Doesn't really have it locked up, but he does have kind of weirdly a reverse half.
Reverse half.
With it. And going to take it to his back.
Holy moly.
How in the world did he manage that?
I don't know.
45 seconds left in the round. Needs to adjust, and he does. Oh, so close to a pin. Evan Burdan looking for the pin. He gets it. 1:30 into the match. The win by pin.
So, what's the final?
And Wenatchee will win at 46. Or excuse me, 48
to 31.
To 31 is our final here tonight. So the Wenatchee Panthers get the victory. We will take a break and come back and wrap it up here from Wenatchee High School right after this 2-minute timeout on the NCAA Live Channel.
My name is Brian Thorpe. I own Global Car Care in Wenatchee and have been here for about 25 years.
Brian started Global Car Care as Brian's automotive alternative on Orondo Street.
Some customers were following Brian since Brian's automotive time.
No, we're just grateful to be part of this community. This is where I grew up. We want to do our part to be a valuable part of this community. We want to thank you for trusting our business for 25 years.
At Town Toyota, we believe in our community, and we're proud to support this broadcast of local sports. Town Toyota defines reliability and value in both its products and in the dealership itself. We are home to legendary products like the RAV4, Highlander, and Camry, not to mention Tundras and Tacoma trucks. Of course, we offer service for everything we sell and a great selection of pre-owned and certified vehicles as well. So enjoy the game and visit Town Toyota for all your automotive needs.
No calories, no sweeteners, all smiles. Bubbly sparkling water. Crack a smile.
Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning has been proudly serving the Wenatchee Valley for over 35 years. And just as Dick's has been there for you, they have also been an essential part of our community, supporting local youth sports all year long and your Wenatchee Wild.
Thanks for your support. Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning for all your support. Thank you.
Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning, your local, independent, trained comfort specialist. Call 884-6444 today.
Hi there.
The Live Channel, as we're about ready to wrap up our broadcast here tonight, is we got crowd control going on because we decided in my infinite wisdom to do the post game right here at the table. Well, fun match tonight. It was Wenatchee getting the better of Eastmont 48-31. The final, some quality wrestling here tonight, Dad.
Absolutely quality wrestling. I was really impressed with a lot of the underclassmen.
Yes.
Particularly the freshmen.
Yeah.
Holy, for both teams.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh,
I think
man.
that the future is certainly bright, and
Yes, it
hopefully
is.
for both teams they can get their injured wrestlers back for the most part coming
Yes.
up for the district tournament here next Friday and Saturday, and we'll cross our fingers that they can, because
Right.
I think we'll see some kids for both teams that will have a chance to advance to the regionals.
Right, you know, and it'd be such a shame for those seniors, you know, that are injured for tonight. to miss out on the whole rest of the thing, you know, after you devoted 4 years of your career.
Absolutely.
And all the hard work that goes into this sport. So,
well, we need to thank our crew tonight. Jessica Nunez up top. We had Anna Nelson here down below on the cameras. Dan Kuntz, our line producer here tonight, as they try to deflect traffic from being in front of a camera. Malcolm Whitehall back at the studios. And Dad, I'm glad you're able to make it over the hill and come join me for a broadcast again.
Well,
we talk wrestling all the time, by the way. It's not just here on TV. So that's going to do it for our broadcast tonight. As the Wenatchee Panthers are the victor here tonight over the Eastmont Wildcats by a score of 48-34. And also in the girls' match tonight, it was Wenatchee winning it 48-31. Actually, no, Eastmont over Wenatchee 48-30 on the girls' mat. That's going to do it. Thanks for watching Big Nine Wrestling here on the NCW Life Channel.
Okay,
good night,
thanks
everybody.
a lot.
Thanks for watching High School Sports on the NCW Life Channel. Tonight's broadcast was brought to you by Harvest Valley Pest Control, Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning, Global Car Care, Les Schwab Tires, Biosports Physical Therapy, Impact Auto Sales, the Highlander Golf Course and Grill, Town Toyota, Automocha, JDSA Law, and Weinstein Beverage. This concludes today's coverage of high school sports on your home for local sports, the NCW Life Channel.